Monday, May 12th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. There's a look back at our Sunday high temperatures. We had a lot of mid-80s on the board in many spots across the region. Boone at 79 and 89 down in Columbia, but many North Carolina spots in the mid-80s yesterday. Currently, it is 50s and 60s in most spots. You get along the coast, some 70s involved. Up in the mountains, it's some 50s early this morning. And here's the setup today. It was a very active weather day off to the west of us there through parts of the plains and up into the Midwest. Pretty active round of severe weather up that way. That's associated with a cold front that eventually will get here, but not really until the, say, Thursday night time frame. So between now and then, warm with some isolated thunderstorms over the next couple of days. Here's what the radar looks like right now. Some showers and storms offshore, but the entirety of the Carolinas is very quiet at the moment. Now you look off to the north of us, this little complex of storms has been working through Ohio, heading off to the southeast. More on that in just a second. Still some pretty active weather in many spots through parts of the plains and the Midwest. An active severe thunderstorm watch, including parts of the Kansas City metro area. And altogether, again, I think as we go through the day, isolated thunderstorms will develop. Now, we're watching that complex of storms off to the north of us. Let me show you what it looks like here on Futurecast. As you get to this afternoon, the effects of that complex of storms on most modeling kind of stays off just to the north of North Carolina. However, the NAM computer model does enhance a little band of some showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon and this evening associated with that. But you notice the RPN here, Futurecast, just kind of keeps the coverage isolated, just a few isolated late day showers and storms as we go through the course of today. We'll keep an eye on that complex of storms off to the north and see if it might enhance the chances of some showers and storms somewhere across the region late today. But for the time being, we'll just stick with that isolated coverage. Quite warm over the next several days, upper 80s to lower 90s for a lot of our highs. I'll show you that in just a second. And that front only making very slow progress toward our area. It really stays off to the west of us, not playing a role in a big role at least in our weather through Wednesday. Your highs today, very warm, upper 80s and lower 90s. Similar Tuesday, high temperatures on the way all across the region. Then we get out to Thursday. And that's when we see that storm system wrap up and a big cold front slide on through here. Looks like a pretty significant storm system. Models are in good agreement that this will be a good rain and thunderstorm event Thursday into Thursday night. These are the European model rain totals right there. Many spots an inch or better, and the GFS is similar. And I'll show you more on the modeling with that here in just a second. So there's our upper air chart for today. Ridging here over the southeast. That will hold over the next 48 to 72 hours, but pretty sharp trough out west, and that really sharpens up as it moves in here Thursday. In fact, it kind of takes on a negative tilt. If you look at the axis of that trough, it's by Thursday kind of oriented like that, or maybe more like that, but either way, negative tilt trough, so you get some very healthy lift across the southeast. And then following that, the trough kind of buckles in here and delivers some cooler air. But let's look at what this looks like on the European model Thursday evening. That's just a snapshot of a good round of rain and thunderstorms at that point in time. The GFS is extremely similar. And it looks like a good round of rain and storms Thursday into Thursday night. Following that system then, it's pretty cool and quiet over the weekend. That's your 540 thickness line down into Tennessee on the European model by Friday night. And so this is, not going to be overly cold, but we could be looking at 70s for highs and maybe some 40s working in for low temperatures by this weekend rather. Now I mentioned the NAM model with this evening. I wanted to show you this before I wrapped up the video. That is what the NAM shows for precipitation late this afternoon into this evening, and you're getting a little bit of an enhancement of the shower and storm chances due to the outflow of that big complex of storms off to the north. So something to keep an eye on and see if we might wind up in some areas with a little better coverage of storms than expected late today. You have to watch for that in this type of setup. All right, that's it for today's edition of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.